What's good, YGK squad? Welcome back to another video with your boy, the one and only YGK Seth. Cue the intro. In today's video, we're going to be talking about relationships and how having a relationship with yourself can benefit you when you enter one. Let's get into it. Before you get into a relationship or a friendship, the best things that you could do is have a relationship with yourself. Because if you don't have a relationship with yourself, you're gonna mess up the relationship that you're in. And the worst case scenario is when two people that have no relationship with themselves get into a relationship with each other. And what that ends up being is a toxic relationship. Because what you're really doing is trying to feed off of each other's energy and love each other when you don't even love yourself. So that's pretty much a backwards relationship, and that's where the toxicity will kick in. Because if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love another person. Because in order to love another person, you need to know who you are as a person and what your love language is. If you don't know what that is, you're not gonna benefit from getting in a relationship with another person, because once you're in that relationship with another person, you're gonna feed off of them, and basically that's where attachment issues come from, and that's where the toxicity results is, because that person did not love themselves, so they became attached to the person who was able to love them more than they loved themselves. And another way, and another scenario in where a relationship is not the optimal or best case scenario is when the two people in the relationship, one loves themselves and the other is going through a mental break or having mental issues. Now, speaking from experience, this is the worst thing you could do, because if you are the one that is level-headed and ready to invest themselves in that person, and the other person is going through a tough time in their life, then the best thing you could do as a person is to let them go and to just allow them to, I guess, heal themselves. Because you can only help them to a certain extent. They need to do the rest of the recovery. And the best way that you could help themselves is by leaving them alone and leaving them to help themselves. Because speaking from experience, once you get addicted to helping someone, and once you feel like you can't help them no more, that can get very tiring and exhausting. And it's not beneficial to either of you, for the person that's level-headed to stay in the relationship. Because that is why. Because the person that is going through a mental ailment or a mental breakdown or a mental situation, and who is not their best self, will end up dragging the person down with him.